How's it going, Aries community? So let's go ahead. Divine, and ancestors, what is it that needs to come out for the Aries introduction? Equilibrium. I feel like a fair exchange needs to happen, especially in the emotional self, in the rough cliffs of our emotional side. What we don't see is learn the truth. What we don't want to see, what we want to be at odds ends with. Something else we don't see, healing energy. To me, right now, that's meaning we don't see that we can move forward. We can let it go. You haven't healed from it. It's like a wound that isn't healing, a wound that keeps getting infected that you have to keep dealing with. Why don't you want to clean this wound out properly? It's going to hurt. It's going to sting. But it would be better for your own good. Maybe it will help bring on more eternal charisma. But again, we have to practice being in the now. We also have to practice being mindful of the very things that we avoid. All right, last card. We'll go 2 cards. Happiness. That mindfulness that you are at odds ends with keeps you confused on your happiness now. Are you actually happy? Am I happy? Is this where I want to be? I thought I wanted something else. Maybe I had that chance, but somehow the situation blew it. And we don't see our destiny. We don't see that we have that key. But maybe that key comes at the expense of having our back this time. When you could be able to change up that focus and you can start to focus on where you want to go. Unlocking the destiny that you were wishing for at one time. All right, so angels, what needs to come out? Again, being truthful. I feel like it has to do with a lot of the compromise that you were facing. A lot of compromise that others didn't know about. You wanted to show your sense of loyalty. That's what I get. Happiness and So what falls on happiness is I have the Death card and the 10 of Cups. I felt like it was, I don't know if you were, what is that called? Like sucker punched with what happened when everything did come down. That's what I feel like. It came at a big expense. This compromise took a lot of what you wanted away, a lot of the opportunities it could have been, places that you wanted to go, certain outcomes maybe that you originally wanted, but you got in this situation and you started to compromise a lot. All right, so the Magician here. Onto this 9 of Swords, I have the 2 of Wands here. All right. And then what we don't see is the King of Wands. What I get is you really, really tried your best. You really thought that this was it. I felt like you brought out all the tools to make it work. I feel like you even stepped up in a way that this other energy should have been stepping up. You were trying to be very progressive with this situation. You were trying to bring new things to this situation, as well as teaching this situation. You were trying to level it up. Again, trying to get it to that potential that you see that it had. Remember, this is with a person, place, or thing. 3 of Pentacles. But this contract has been expired. It's been expired for a while. A very, very, very long while. What I get is you go back and forth between it. You see the things that you've done for it, but on the same sense, you feel what pisses you off about it. I think how you handle it in the emotions is what has your Achilles tendon right here. Because this Page of Cups in the reverse reminds me of the Hangman. Look at, even with the 1 foot up like the Hangman. It wasn't the outcome that you wanted, but the situation still has you hung up. They can only fool you for as long as you let them fool you. And I think this is what also has you hung up again, is because you compromised on so much. You dealt with so much folly from them. All right, what is the last card? Yeah, you're the one trying not to have any of y'all out in the cold. Again, I don't know if it's you rather trust others or you can't find the way to trust yourself when it came to this partnership. But also, what you try not to see is the conflict in it with this person, place, or thing. I felt like it was more conflict than anything. It was more conflict in the sense of when you tried to progress with it, when you tried to move it forward, when you tried to bring in your charisma, your passion for things, the passion to get again to that potential. It worked out better when things were kind of shallow, when things were superficial, when you weren't trying to evolve them in a sense, when you weren't fighting with them, trying to show them how to become better, how to do better, how to be better. You could have been trying to be the motivation for this person. So keep that in mind. All right, so let's go ahead and check out this conclusion. Let's see what positive messages need to come out for this story. Divine and universal energy. What are the positive messages for this conclusion? Woo-wee. Windfall. And then we had it tap on this one. This landed on, well, it hit this card. Then it landed on the 3 of Swords. Destiny. I really feel like to help get you out of these halls of illusions, look at the windfall of events that happened, that led up to the demise of the situation in the past, the situation that holds you back from other things. You don't believe it. Gracefully aging. Like fine wine. It's hard with societal norms, especially in this day and age when we're all told we're all supposed to look this one way and never gray, unless that is the hair color that's in, because we remember that like 10 years ago. But a lot of times people will cut their life's journey short, and they will settle because they feel like they've outaged. They've outaged any new adventure that could come their way. But that's not true. Honestly, that's what holds you back from believing in yourself. Alright, so this is going to conclude it, Aries frequency. Thank you so much for hanging out. And don't forget to thank your angels, ancestors, guides, as well as divine and universal energy for coming in as the protectors and guides for all these positive messages. And Aries, I hope you have a most wonderful, wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.